channel and welcome to the first webisode of my new web series called Let's Talk with Jaleesa Chavez. This web series will feature one-on-one talks, Q&A, panel discussions, guests starring their own journey into the modeling industry and entertainment industry, and all things beauty. Don't forget, I'm your girl, Jaleesa Chavez. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right now for more videos. On today's episode, I'll be sharing my tips and tricks and advice on what it takes to be a model, not how to be a model. So what exactly is a plus size model? Well, in the industry, plus size models are typically 5'8" and taller, and anything ranging from 12 to 16 or above in size. Now, a lot of my viewers always ask me, how did I start modeling? I started modeling at the end of 2015. I was in Dallas, Texas, and I entered myself to be in a fashion show at Town East Mall. For the fashion show, we had to do a walk and we also had to perform a talent, and I sung. The winners of this fashion show also won a 2-year contract with Modeling Talent Incorporation, which is an agency based out of Florida, and luckily I was a winner. And after I won that contract, it was a takeoff from there. I started participating in local fashion shows. I entered myself to model for boutique designers, online boutiques, and commercials as well. I did over 15 fashion shows within the first 2 years that I was in Dallas, and it was amazing. I was traveling from Shreveport back home to Arkansas and also in Dallas, Texas. My journey hasn't always been easy, but I always kept myself on track when it came to taking pictures, making sure I had updated portfolio photos, taking lots of pictures, and also keeping my social media up to date. I wrote my tips down, so make sure y'all write these down too because they're really helpful to you. So my first tip to you would be to follow other plus size models on social media. You can use these models as reference and inspiration motivation. Don't forget, it's okay to be a copycat, just copy the right cat. Another tip from me to you is to accept positive criticism. It's always good to get wisdom from others. Practice on your posing and walking. Any model call or photo shoot, you always want to have good stance and posture. So make sure your walk is sharp and your poses are clean. Your health is still important. Plus size models are healthy. So make sure you walk with confidence and put your health as a priority. Do your research. Research anything. If an agency calls you or you look up an agency, if you get model calls, make sure you do your research. Find all of the information that you can on that specific detail. Also, know the different types of modeling. There are so many options to modeling. I personally like runway, and I'm also a big fan of promotional and commercial modeling. One thing that also helps me in my career is post and tag anything that you wear. Put it on Instagram and tag the store, tag the boutique, tag a model if you'd like to. Social media is very important when it comes to modeling. That's how a lot of models get noticed. And last but not least, don't give up. If you have a dream of modeling, just make sure you do your research and do all things that models need to do. And that's put your career first. And now the much anticipated Q&A. These questions came from aspiring models just like yourself, wanting to know tips and tricks on how to get into the industry. My first question from a model was, what do I need to get started? You want good images. Images are everything. Images that are unretouched, and you also want to look as natural as possible in your images. Always include at least 3 photos in your portfolio. A headshot, a profile, and also a full body picture. These photos will represent you on how you are on a day-to-day basis. The next question was, how do I get noticed? Well, like I said, you always want to post on social media. That's one of the easiest ways to get noticed. You also want to do more traditional style and submit your photos to agencies. What is freelance modeling? Well, freelance models, not all models, take modeling as a career. Some of it just like to do it for the fun or make extra money when they have time. You can also participate in power shoots, your local fashion shows, local boutique model calls, and video shoots. A great question from an aspiring model is, how do I know if it's a real or fake gig? Research is important. If they have a number or email, make sure you send them an email and also call them to get more information on exactly what they're doing a model call for. Sometimes they'll call you just to lure you in to spend money. You're not going to pay to have a career. The career is going to pay you. Not saying that you won't have your own expense at things like traveling or buying your photographer, videographer, anything that you need. But if they're asking for money right off the top to have a contract, do not trust it. And you can also check ratings online for a specific agency. What are you supposed to expect when going to a model call? Well, model calls are for open calls sometimes and also closed calls if they invite you. If you go to an open model call, they'll more than likely not tell you what to wear. So you always want to wear something form-fitted, all black or white, and you also want to wear closed-toed heels. These are my modeling shoes. Whenever I go to model calls, I always wear at least a 4-inch heel and a closed-toed. That way that you won't be slipping in your heels. You want to wear something closed-toed and that's also comfortable. Never go buy heels the day before your model call. It won't work and you won't be comfortable. So make sure that you break your heels in before you go. You also want to take your portfolio and your modeling resume, just in case they ask you for headshots. Once you submit and they're interested in you, they'll ask for your photos, so that's why it's always good to have updated photos. Another very popular question that I get is what to expect when looking for an agency. Well, if you don't find an agent in your city or state and you go outside of your city and state like LA or New York, then you want to submit your photos to those agencies. Some of them will also schedule a meeting that you'll have to cover at your own expense, so make sure you have your expenses right. LA has options like Real Media Models, LA Models, Ford, Muse, Jag. There's a lot. Just do your research and find what agencies are near you. After you submit to the agencies, they'll want good photos, so make sure you have your portfolio updated. And that's a wrap, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to watch. I really hope that my tips and advice will help you, and if you have a dream to model, I encourage you to go for it. If you guys have any more questions, please leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them for you. In the next episode, you don't want to miss how to gain confidence. A lot of us are dealing with insecurities, and I want to help you get over those insecurities and encourage you to love yourself more. I'm your girl, Jaleesa Chavez, and you've joined me in the first webisode of Let's Talk. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Peace.